Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 9. Don't come for my sound bath. Okay. We open this episode with Monica and Angie meeting at Pink Sweets Cafe. I guess they have agreed to meet and try and resolve things. Angie has a little gift for Monica's girls, and then she said, "Well, actually, it's for you too." So it's a book. We don't get to see the book, even though it's not wrapped. It just has a ribbon around it, but I can't tell what the book is. But Angie describes it as a book about loving yourself and asking for help when you need it. So at first, I think Monica isn't quite sure how to take it. Like, she's not sure if there's a dig in there somewhere, but she ultimately just thanks her for it. So Angie says that she hates the way things ended at her Greek Easter party, particularly with Monica so upset with her mom. For Monica's part, she says that she's very sorry that things went so poorly between them, but that she felt like telling Angie what the rumor was her way of being her friend. Side note, and please tell her that Whitney put you up to it. You guys, this is one of those things that drives me insane. We all watched it. What was it? Episode 3, 4? It was right after the Palm Springs trip. Whitney and Monica went to that restaurant. They sat at the bar, and Whitney told her that Meredith said there was something devastating about Angie's marriage that would ruin her marriage, but she wouldn't tell me what it was. Then at Lisa's après-ski party, Whitney pulled Monica aside. Again, this whole thing has been driven by Whitney, and said, "As Angie's friend, I think we should tell her. Blink, blink. But I don't want to get in the middle of Meredith and Angie." Yeah, so you get in the middle of it, Monica. And Monica, I don't know if it's because it's her rookie season or if it's just in Monica's nature to stir things up. I don't know, but Monica was on board. And Monica ultimately did the dirty work. I'm just saying, there was someone stirring the pot in the background. And I'm reluctant to call that person a mastermind, but it was Whitney. Okay, it was Whitney. And if Whitney doesn't get thrown under the bus by Monica, then I at least hope that Angie calls her out on it at the reunion. I know, I expect a lot, and I'm usually disappointed, but this is what I hope, okay? A girl can dream. Okay, so Monica says, I thought I was just being a friend by telling you. And Angie said, "Okay. And I understand it was Meredith dropping the threats. But Lisa said you were the one doubling down by saying that people were saying that Sean was good in bed." "Well, yeah, he is, but in my bed, not somebody else's." Monica denies mentioning Sean's performance in any way, shape, or form. However, you did, girl. And Bravo gives us a flashback. Not that I needed a flashback, because I specifically remember talking about the fact that, now that all the gay men are touting his abilities all through the streets of Salt Lake City, I was joking that perhaps now Sean is maybe reluctant to kind of squash that so quickly. Maybe let that rumor hang out there a little bit longer. Just saying. But also, is that Monica doubling down? It's not like this is Monica's opinion. She's repeating what she heard on the mean streets of Salt Lake City. She's not like making something up and starting her own rumor. Unless she is. I mean, I don't know. I don't live in Salt Lake City. And I have yet to hear about Sean's prowess in the sack here in South Carolina. So he's not known nationwide yet, let's just say. What Monica is doubling down on is the fact that she thinks that Angie just takes whatever Lisa says as the gospel truth, even if Lisa is saying things that weren't really said. Again, wrong. You did actually say that, Monica. So in this specific case, Angie is correct in believing Lisa. Now, do I think Lisa has her own bias? Yeah, of course I do. Lisa doesn't like Monica. Monica said she was materialistic and yelled at her about her $60,000 ring. And she's also trying to repair her friendship with Meredith. So it is in Lisa's best interest to have Angie shift the majority of the blame onto Monica and off of Meredith. When in my opinion, 80% of the blame goes on Whitney. She single-handedly escalated this rumor on camera. Anyway, Monica tells Angie that she meant no harm, and Angie accepts that apology, but she also wants Monica to know that she's having some kind of feelings about it. And Monica said, I understand, and I'm going to be more aware of that in the future. Angie said, I appreciate that. And she said, all I wanted to do on Easter was to sit down calmly and talk about it like we are right now. That makes Monica start to tear up. And she tells Angie that her Greek Easter party was the most family-centric thing that her daughters have done in a very long time. She said she was so touched at the way Angie had decorated the kids' table and all the little treats she had for them. In her confessional, Monica said, my ex, Michael, he's the one that had this great big family. There was a big family home. The siblings, his mom and dad, everybody gathered together for birthdays and holidays. And then when I had the affair, that obviously changed everything. Oh, you think? You dropped a bomb in the middle of that family. Because not only did you cheat on Michael, thereby breaking up your own marriage, you broke up Michael's sister's marriage too. Because the guy you were cheating on was his sister's husband. I'm sure Christmases are very different in that family. Michael's mom and dad had 2 of their children destroyed by your actions. Obviously, I blame his sister's husband as well, but I don't know him. He's not on the show. But I'm just saying, that was pretty destructive. However, having said all that, I do believe that Monica's daughters would be welcome with open arms in their family events, right? Unless they're not, are they not all Michael's children? That's possible. Because there's quite an age gap between her oldest one, who's what is she, 17 or something? And then she's got little ones, 4 years old and that. So, I mean, it's possible that it's just kind of a messy situation, but I'd be surprised if Michael didn't want to still see his children. And I'm sure the girls want to see their cousins and stuff. So then Angie says to Monica, I don't know if you know this or not, but my mother was an alcoholic who went through her own struggles and self-medicated. So, my childhood wasn't exactly perfect. Angie does credit her father with being so solid that he really helped hold the family together. And then when Angie was 8 years old, her mother died. They end this conversation by holding hands across the table and both kind of agreeing that there's so much more to the possibilities of their friendship. So I've got kind of a good feeling about that one. I do feel like it wasn't just a fake, okay, let's just agree to disagree kind of a thing. I don't know. Okay, next we are at Whitney's house, and she is feeling quite overwhelmed because that weekend is not only her daughter Bobby's 13th birthday party, but then the next day she is having her Prism event where she's rolling out her new jewelry line to the streets of Salt Lake City. Elisa pops over now. She's got a bunch of tiki torches in her car, and Whitney's laid out a tarp in the yard, and they're just kind of splattering brightly colored paint all over the tiki torches. That's going to be part of the decorations, I guess. Bobby wanted a luau theme for her party, although Bobby thought it was called luau. At least Whitney is aware enough that she's oh God, you are definitely your mother's daughter. So Whitney tells Lisa that they are surprising Bobby for her birthday with a golf cart. She said, yeah, Justin and I had a big debate over whether we should give a 13-year-old a golf cart because there are no doors, no seatbelts, and no airbags. On the plus side, she can help me get Brooks to and from school, run errands for me, and be my personal Uber. Like, yeah, that's not bad. What? I have so many questions. What are the laws in Utah? Are golf carts even street legal and driven by a 13-year-old? That's legal? How is that legal? Like, she can be on the same roads as cars? That can't be right. And you're not only trusting her, you're trusting her with your, 8-year-old son? And also sitting in this open vehicle with no doors or seatbelts or airbags. And your 13-year-old is going to be responsible for driving this motorized vehicle on the streets to get him to school. And this can't be right. I'm so caught up in she may have even just been kidding, but like, I'm just so caught up in the logistics of this not being right. This cannot be right. And yet, on the other hand, if it isn't right, why is her gift a golf cart? Is she also getting a set of clubs? You know, it's almost like, those little pink Barbie motorized cars the kids whiz around down the sidewalk. It's almost like a more grown-up version of that, except it's in the street. Where is she going to go? All right, I'm going to let it go now. I'm bothered by this, if you can't tell. All right, so while she and Lisa are splattering paint all over these tiki torches, Lisa's asking her, who all is invited to the party. And Whitney's like, everybody, Angie, Heather, Meredith, probably not Mary because I know she wouldn't want to come. Good call. We get a flashback to the last time Mary was over around Whitney's kids. And, oh, God, it's just such a Mary scene. She starts to tell them a story about the daughter of some of her parishioners. Mary runs her own church. Although I don't know if she still does. We have not heard a single thing about it. And this season. And for some reason, I feel like there was some fraudulent activity surrounding the church and the donations and stuff like that. So I don't know. We're just it's not even being mentioned this year. But I'm pretty sure she's still the pastor of this church. Anyway, this is, the story she was telling last year. A daughter of her parishioners was in a car crash and she got ejected through the sunroof. Now, you can see Bobby and Brooks, their eyes getting big as they're intently listening to this story. Mary, ejected from the sunroof, and then she fell down into a neighborhood. And Bobby goes, is she alive? Mary, no. Oh, God. Fun story to tell the children. Whitney's like, I think my children are still scarred. Yeah, I'm still scarred. So anyway, Lisa goes, this is about Bobby. So who's ever going to make her feel good should be invited. Here's a thought. Bobby is turning 13. How about a party with her friends instead of your friends, Whitney? I bet that would make a 13-year-old girl feel good to not have a party with women in their 40s and 50s. So now Whitney tells Lisa that she also invited Monica and her daughters. Lisa's not happy. And Whitney goes, she's in a very abusive situation with her mother. Then we see a flashback of Monica crying to Whitney, telling her about, and probably another Linda story. And Lisa's response is, I love when things are conveniently abusive. Whoa. Whitney goes, what do you mean? And Lisa goes, you can be abused and also be abusive. Yeah, we know. Linda is a prime example of that. Lisa goes, If your mom is so horrible, then make some fucking changes. I don't think she's sincere about anything, so it just seems like a convenient time to have this huge issue with her mother. I'm not sure I understand what the convenient time is. Does she mean that she thinks that Monica's trying to, I don't know, deflect from the fact that she's the one that said what the rumor about Sean was out loud? I don't know. I don't think she's deflecting from that because she and Angie already kind of resolved that. And I've seen enough of Linda on my TV screen to know that this is not made up. There are some issues going on there. So Whitney tells Lisa that unless you yourself have been in an abusive relationship, you sometimes can't even, when you're in it, you can't even recognize that you're in something toxic, let alone, do something about it. And Lisa goes, but I'm like, you're bringing this on yourself. Huh? I'm not even sure where Lisa's going with this, but what is her deal? She goes on to say that, the way Monica treated her mother was horrible. Yeah, okay, Angie said the same thing the day of Angie's party. You both witnessed it and you both thought Monica was horrendous to her mom. But now you know more information. And when Angie found out that Linda was abusive, she showed compassion for Monica. Now that Lisa is being told that Linda was abusive, it's like she's reacting with anger toward Monica. And I think it's weird, but also now I'm trying to remember. If you guys can remember, let us know in the comments. But we did get a little glimpse into Lisa's childhood, maybe 2 seasons ago. That wasn't so great either. I don't think her parents were the most attentive. My memory is horrible, but I do seem to remember a situation where Lisa was left at an amusement park or something, or maybe just a park. They were playing and her dad told everyone we're leaving in 5 minutes, and they started to leave, but Lisa, being a little girl, still wanted to play, or she wanted to climb something one more time. And so she did, and the family left without her. And I believe it was quite a while before they discovered Lisa was missing. I don't know. I'm just saying Lisa could have her own parental issues, and for some reason she's triggered in a weird way with Monica, where she's almost taking the side of Linda for some reason. I don't know. Okay, now Lisa says that Monica's blaming her mother for why she's talking about the rumors about Sean. Okay, she's not. That's not what's happening. I do think that now Lisa is saying that this is her way of deflecting. Oh yeah, I did talk about the rumors with Sean, but I mean, look over here at my abusive mother, kind of a thing. Lisa says, her trauma is not an excuse to spread a rumor about a friend. So Whitney chooses to believe Monica, and Lisa just thinks that Monica is manipulative. Again, Whitney better hope that Monica never says how this all went down, because Whitney is a key player. And yet again, I think Whitney needs to definitely defend Monica here so that Monica doesn't turn on her and tell the truth. Not that it will matter, because I think Lisa will blame Monica anyway, no matter what. Lisa has decided Monica bad, Linda good, and nothing's going to change that. Okay, next we are having cocktails with Heather and Meredith. We have not been seeing a lot of Meredith this season. She started off real strong. She was the host of the trip to Palm Springs and to Trixie Motel. She had her big moment yelling with Angie, and she was the first to bring up on camera that there's something about Angie's marriage that could destroy her. Didn't say what it was, of course, but she's the first time anything about Angie's marriage was brought up on camera. So Meredith played a pivotal role early on, but I have to say we have not seen much of her since. Even this little scene with Heather seems a little bit of a throwaway. Heather's still hung up on Elder Barlow going on a mission, and now she's trying to get Meredith's advice about it. And Meredith is I don't think Meredith cares either way, whether he goes on a mission or not. But she did say she was invited to Bobby's birthday party and that, Whitney's a little bit worried about her and Angie seeing each other and having some kind of confrontation. And so Meredith's plan is to just kind of, just show up, drop off a gift, and then I'll dip. Oh, no. I hope she's not going to dip in the Tom Sandoval definition of dipping, because I think that would mean Meredith is spending the night at Whitney's. What? She dipped. So I made her eggs in the morning. All right, we do get a cute little scene of Whitney and Bobby having Glam do their makeup and hair for the party, and Bobby's really very sweet about it. She's cute. They're laughing at her, but she's like, oh, I have eyebrows, which I can totally relate to. We check in at Heather's house, and she's wrapping her gifts for Bobby, and her 2 younger daughters are there. I think they're also going to the party because she said, I'm going to FaceTime Angie and see if Electra is coming, because I think you guys would be like good, like big sister influences to Electra. So while they're FaceTiming, Angie asks Heather if she heard that Elder Barlow was being sent to Columbia for his mission. And Heather goes, oh, no, how did you hear that? And she said, oh, because Lisa had a few of us over. It was a very small group to announce it. And Heather goes, really? Who was there? Oh, just me and Sean and Whitney and Justin. And that was it. So Heather is feeling shunned again. But honestly, you guys, if I was Lisa, why would I invite Heather? She hates the Mormon church now. So why on earth would I say, hey, I'm having a little brunch to announce where Jack's being sent on his mission. Would you like to come and celebrate that? That makes no sense. So, Heather can feel slighted all she wants, but I don't think it would have made any sense at all for Lisa to invite her. But she and Elder Barlow will be at the party, so she's going to see him a little bit later. Oh, okay. Well, thank goodness all of Bobby's friends are there. And Whitney has gotten them a party bus to take them to a roller rink. Now, I did not understand that the party was going to be at a roller rink. I thought it was going to be at Whitney's house. I generally don't associate Hawaiian luau with roller skating, but, it's Bobby's party. She can have whatever she wants. And it definitely looks like the girls are having fun. In fact, Elder Barlow is showing us some moves out on the rink. And there's a lot of people, like Whitney's mom is there. And earlier, Whitney said that she wouldn't come if Whitney invited her. But Bobby said, let me call her. Grandma won't say no to me. And it's true, I guess. She came. So that was good. Yeah, everyone's having fun. We've got Angie and Lisa holding hands and skating. We've got John and Justin holding hands and skating. Oh, God. Lisa says to Angie, we're like little Greek dancers without the cash. Okay. You're just roller skating. No part of that looked like a little Greek dancer, with or without the cash. There's a little scene with all the guys chatting now. Seth is there, so I guess Meredith is. But again, I think Meredith was hardly on camera, which I think is strange. And zero interaction with her and Angie at this party. Seth just says to John, so I heard Columbia for Jack, huh? And then he says to Justin, where this guy went for his mission? And Justin goes, yeah, Las Vegas, I think. And they're like, yeah, Las Vegas. Oh, my God. Sin City. And that's where he met Lisa. All right, so the ladies are sitting on the couches now. And Angie, kind of blurts this out to Lisa just to get it out of the way. She's like, so I was super excited about Elder Barlow going to Columbia, and I told Heather. And Lisa's like, oh, why did you tell her? And Angie's like, I just told you I was super excited about it. And yeah, I think she's a little bit hurt that she wasn't invited. And then Lisa ends up saying really what I said earlier. It didn't make sense to her to invite Heather. I agree. And now Meredith dips. Yeah, she's out of there. So Heather and Monica are left, just the two of them talking, and they start to talk about Lisa. And Heather asked her if she has talked to Lisa lately, and Monica said, no, ever since I called her materialistic, she's pretty much ignored me. So Heather wonders, why would Lisa know anything about you and your mom's relationship? And she's like, I don't know. Well, because Whitney told her. Whitney also told Heather that Lisa thinks Monica's relationship with her mom is embellished, like exaggerated for attention. Yeah. And she tells Monica this. Yeah, if you're wondering how angry Heather is that Lisa didn't invite her to find out where Elder Barlow's going, rest assured, she's pretty angry. I assume that's why she's starting something here now with Monica, trying to get Monica to be pissed off at Lisa. We do get a flashback to 2 days earlier where Whitney is telling Heather, yeah, Lisa is not buying Monica's story. In Monica's confessional, she's like, I am trying so hard to stay quiet right now and remind myself that this is a little girl's birthday party. Yeah. And speak of the devil, here comes Lisa to come and sit down with Heather and Monica, of all people. Although I will say this, Lisa does want to talk to Heather because she said, Heather and I are working on regaining our friendship, rebuilding it. So I don't want her to be mad at me that I didn't invite her to the announcement of Elder Barlow's mission location. I want to explain why I didn't invite her. So I think that's why Lisa's over there. She's just like, hey, what's going on? And Heather goes, well, Whitney just told me that you think that Monica is embellishing the situation with her and her mother. Oh, wow. Hello to you too. Lisa goes, wait, what? And then she realizes that she's not going to get out of this because what could they do? Call Whitney over? She knows she said it. So she just goes, I mean, that was just a snarky comment. That's all it was. And then in her confessional, she goes, wow, word travels fast in this group. Of course it does. You're housewives. Oh, and then we get another comparison to Ted Bundy for Linda. So that's at least 3 now. Monica is trying to explain to Lisa that, yeah, my mom can make a really good first impression on people that don't know her, like Ted Bundy. And she said, but my mom has 2 sides to her, and she is very abusive. My kids don't even want to be around her. And Lisa goes, why did you bring her to Greek Easter then? I mean, fair question. Monica's just said that they have a very up and down relationship. And I believe Monica. I've seen Linda with my own eyes. And I don't know a lot about her, but what I've seen on camera is enough to make me believe that it can only be worse when the cameras aren't rolling. So I've seen enough. But I have to say, Monica, before she left for Palm Springs, she not only confided in her mom that she didn't feel worthy, and that's why she went and bought a Louis Vuitton purse because she was afraid she couldn't keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. Her mom was really supportive of her and said, you don't have to keep up with them. You're perfect just the way you are. You're good enough just the way you are. Her mom gave that kind of a speech, number 1. And number 2, she then left her children, her daughters, in the care of her mother for 2-3 days. I understand an up and down relationship. I don't understand ever leaving your daughters with her. If I thought my mother was like Ted Bundy in disguise, I'm not leaving town and leaving all my children in her care. That's the only thing that I'm questioning right now. And look, she's doing this for a show. It's out of desperation or whatever, but could their other grandmother not take them? Because again, if her ex-husband, Michael, came from such a good family, I find it hard to believe that these people would punish her children for what she did. I just don't think they would. That part's making me feel a little uneasy, just in so far as like, is she playing it up or playing it down as needed? I wouldn't leave my daughter with Linda, and my daughter's 28 years old. So I definitely wouldn't leave a 6-year-old with her or a teenager with her. Anyway, Lisa goes, okay, I'm just wondering, like, if your mom is, like, helps with the kids or if she's present in their lives. And Monica goes, do you want to ask them? They're here. Because I feel like you don't believe me. Maybe you'll believe it out of the mouth of a fucking 5-year-old. We flash back to this little scene of Monica and her oldest daughter shopping, and her oldest daughter says to her, you know what grandma does to us doesn't reflect on how you are as a mom, right? And Monica's like, thank you. So what does grandma do to you? Like, I want more information about that. So Lisa goes, Monica, I don't want this like raised voice conversation. And Monica goes, I'm not raising my voice. You think I'm raising my voice? Lisa, I'm telling you that my perception. Monica, who's raising their voice? So now Lisa is annoyed that she can't finish her sentence. So she turns to Heather and she said, my perception of the issue. And Monica loses it. Just like my mom. Did you catch that? She says to Heather. When I went to dinner with my mom and she didn't like what I was saying, she turned and started talking to a plant. We flash back to the dinner last week, and yes, that is exactly what Linda did. But in Heather's confessional, she goes, so if I'm getting this straight, Lisa is now Linda, Monica's mom, and I'm the plant? Bravo does a little like superimposed Lisa's face over Linda's and Heather's over a plant. So Lisa gets up because she's irritated. I'm not interested in these erratic conversations. Monica, okay, bye. Skate away, you 50-year-old wannabe. And Lisa goes, Monica, you're going to get old too. Which, as an old person, I kind of loved. Yeah, I think that at least one of the results of Linda's abuse is that Monica has become a woman with a very stunted maturity level. And listen, it might be ugly, and it is, but I don't 100% blame her for it because we're all a product of our upbringing. And yes, I know you need to move through it and move past it and break the cycle and all of that. Monica needs to go to therapy with or without Linda. Probably without. I mean, both might be good. Definitely without. Monica needs to do some self-care, mental self-care. And yes, if Linda wants to work on the relationship, then they can do a little bit of, counseling together. But I guess I just have more compassion for Monica than I do for Linda, who clearly is unsuccessful in treating her daughter any better than her mother treated her. No cycle is being broken there. She is continuing the cycle. And I think Monica is trying to do better for her kids at least, but she also needs to take care of herself. And then that in turn will make it better for her daughters. So anyway, it is now time to give Bobby a goddamn golf cart. Now, the most impressive thing here is that they drove this thing onto the middle of the skating rink. Crazy. What's also crazy is giving a 13-year-old a golf cart. And it is huge. It's got 2 rows of seats and then that third row of backward facing seats. This is a disaster. Somehow Lisa's son Henry has already called shotgun, even before Bobby gets in. This kid's sitting in the passenger seat. Everyone's shocked. Heather goes, what in the world is she going to do with it? Yeah. That's the $1 million question. Apparently, she's going to be running errands and driving her little brother to and from school. Winters are going to suck, but, hey, it'll be awesome to have a 13-year-old on the icy roads. It's just so dumb. I pray to God that Brooks is homeschooled because I don't want her driving anywhere further than the end of the driveway. So anyway, Lisa does find Heather and she, wants to talk to her about not inviting her to the brunch. And Heather actually says, I get it. But it's just that it is just a reminder of the great divide in Utah. When you leave the church, you're shunned from everything. And Lisa goes, it's not about that. I'm respectful of your journey. And Heather's like, I mean, it's not really a journey. But I also believe, Lisa, that it's not about that. Lisa's not so religious. She did not exclude Heather because Heather's not Mormon anymore. I mean, neither are Whitney and Angie. That's not what this was about. And then lo and behold, who comes skating up? Elder Barlow himself. And he's like, hi, Heather. And Heather gives him a big hug and congratulates him on his mission. And Lisa tells him that Heather went to Cannes, France on her mission, and she knows how to speak French now. And Heather's speaking French or whatever. And Elder Barlow goes, oh, that is sick. Anyway, he skates off again, and Heather tells Lisa that she is triggered by the Mormon stuff, not Jack. Never Jack. And she said, I'm jealous that Lisa gets to be the kind of Mormon that she is. Strapless dresses in church and, owning a tequila company. And yet she still gets to wear the crown of being a Mormon. It's not fair. She said something about, you're not a good Mormon. And Lisa goes, I am though. And Heather starts laughing and she goes, Lisa, you're the least Mormon person on the planet. And Lisa goes, I'm 100% Mormon. That's why my kid is serving the Lord. She can't even keep a straight face. The two of them are just cracking up at this point. Okay, now it is the next day, and Heather is steaming her daughter Georgia's dress for prom. It is the day of prom. Georgia has a boyfriend. Lisa is very happy because usually in the Mormon church, like a bunch of girls just go to prom together, but Georgia actually has a boyfriend. His name is Audie, and his family immigrated from Bosnia, and they're Muslim. And Lisa just said he's a great kid, and she could not be happier that Georgia is not part of that whole Mormon scene. We also check in with Whitney at her Prism pop-up event. Lisa arrives first and is asking, who did you invite that I know? Whitney said, everyone. Heather. And Lisa goes, is Heather coming? Well, no, because she's, it's her daughter's prom. Side note, this is Heather's new house, by the way. I mean, Jesus, Beauty Lab and Bad Mormon are doing quite well, I'd say. Anyway, I guess Audie is there to pick up Georgia now. And then back to the party, Lisa goes, is Meredith coming? No, Meredith isn't coming either. Lisa just goes, well, I'll probably know some of the people. I don't even think we get an explanation for Meredith, unless we did and I forgot. I'm telling you, she's like a ghost this season. Lately, anyway. So Angie comes now, and Angie and Lisa are talking, and she tells her that after she left the party, that the conversation with Monica continued. And Monica is basically saying that you don't believe that she's in an abusive relationship with her mother. And Lisa's like, look, I don't know what kind of relationship she's in with her mother. I saw it for 2 hours on Easter. And Angie's like, okay, I mean, all we can go on is her word. And Lisa said, well, all I'm going to go on is her actions. I just saw someone treat her mother in a way that I would never treat my mom. And here comes Monica. And Lisa walks away. Angie and Monica are now up at the bar and they're chatting. And Angie tells Monica that she feels a little bit in between her and Lisa, like she's being put in the middle. And Monica goes, but that's on Lisa. She's the one putting you in the middle. I don't bring it up. Everyone brings it up to me. I've been here 5 minutes and you're bringing it up to me. So Lisa goes to find Whitney because there's nobody else there. Even though Whitney is trying to do 10 things at once to get this event going, she's like, Angie just told me some crazy stuff. And Whitney goes, I have to go give a speech right now. So she goes to start her speech. And Lisa goes to find Angie and she takes her by the hand. And she's like, come on, Whitney's giving her speech. And while she keeps pulling Angie, Angie's looking back at Monica like, come on, LaMonica, you come too. And Monica goes, no, go, hurry. She's pulling you. Lisa, Monica, chill the fuck out. And Monica goes, you are so bothered by me. I love it. Angie, I'm in the middle of this sandwich here. Yeah, too bad it's not a euro, because I heard through the grapevine that you might have some Greek heritage. I could be wrong. I will just say that the behavior of both Monica and Lisa is atrocious. This is all during Whitney's speech. Everyone's being quiet except these two with these like angry whispers. Lisa, somebody needs attention. And Monica goes, that would be you. Anyway, Monica is now like talking to Angie, like, oh my God, look at her legs. She is so gorgeous. They're talking about Whitney and it's killing Lisa. She's already a little bit pissed off that she can't get Angie to hate Monica. So she's already predisposed to like being pissed off. And just to hear those two like whispering and talking, it's irritating her even further. So she kind of moves away. And Angie's like, where are you going? And she reaches for her. Don't touch me, she tells Angie. So between her and Monica, the maturity level here is about, the level of a 6th grader. No, that's not fair. Toddler. Anyway, Whitney is just explaining her new jewelry line, and it's all like, crystals and stones and different metals. It's all the energy of healing. So now, after her speech, she invites everyone to enjoy a sound bath. During the sound bath, which is even quieter than when Whitney was giving her speech, Lisa and Monica are angry, whispering at each other. Based on what I saw, you weren't nice to your mother. Well, based on what I saw, you like your minions, and you're threatened that someone will take them away from you. And by the way, stop putting Angie in the middle. Side note, is she calling Angie a minion? Like with Angie standing right there? Yeah, that I thought it was a little harsh. And Lisa goes, I'm not. You're not in the middle. I'm not putting you in the middle. And Angie goes, I'm not in the middle. No, I can handle myself. Girl, you just said you were a euro. And twice now you said, I feel like I'm in the middle between you two. What? Now? Oh, no, you're not in the middle. You can handle yourself. Anyway, Lisa goes, you talked about her marriage and I defended it. It's not that deep. Side note, Monica did not ever say that she thought that Sean was sleeping with men. Remember, the other half of that rumor is that Angie knew about it and that this is all like an arrangement that Angie and Sean have made. So, I mean, nobody talks about that part anymore. She was just saying what the rumor was. I even sort of believe that I remember Monica saying that she didn't believe it either. I don't know that for sure, but all I know is this is not Monica's opinion. This is what Monica heard on the mean streets of Salt Lake City. So let's get that straight. Now, did Lisa take Angie's side? Well, yes, because immediately Lisa said, that's not true. That cannot be true. That was being a good friend. But also, Monica was not being a good friend. Whitney said, as Angie's friends, we should tell her. And that's what Monica did. God, if this doesn't get straightened out in the reunions, I'm going to scream. And I also hate that it's being twisted like Monica started this and Whitney and Meredith are getting off scot-free. Anyway, Whitney, during the sound bath, Whitney's up front with the girl who's running the thing around the edge of the bowl. Whitney has to actually, Lisa Barlow, shh. So Monica goes, Lisa. And Lisa goes, don't talk to me. I want to enjoy the sound bath. Monica, good, because old people need that. And Angie goes, okay, Monica, that was low. Because I'm older than Lisa. So Lisa comes back. Monica, she's older than me. So is Meredith. So is Heather. Monica, yeah, but you wear it. Lisa, I like to be natural. I don't like the Pillsbury Dough Girl look. Okay, are you talking about Angie? Because she's standing right there. Monica goes, are you saying that Angie does? Whitney is beside herself. Up front, she's like, I think she said to one of her partners, should I ask them to leave? In her confessional, Whitney goes, where is Meredith Marks when I need her? And then we get a flashback to, you can leave. All right, so now that the bath is over, this escalates into real yelling, not whisper yelling. And you guys, it's exhausting. It is exhausting. Neither one of them will let up or let the other one talk. It's real, like, bickery, back and forth stuff. It's exhausting. This episode was 15 minutes longer than normal. And I promise you, it is just because of this fight. Anyway, that is finally the end. Thanks for hanging in there. And I'm so glad you guys are here. If you liked this recap, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you click on that little bell icon in the corner down there, then you will be notified every time I post something new here on my channel. With the holidays coming, if you happen to be an Amazon shopper and go through any one of the links in the description box below this video, all you have to do is click on more, and you might have to click more again till the drop down shows you all of the things that I have listed through Amazon. These are some of my favorite items. I've put them in different categories. Click on any one of them, and you don't have to buy anything from that list. But just by clicking on one of my links to bring you to Amazon, anything that you purchase, I will get a small percentage of. So thank you in advance for that. Again, only if you're an Amazon shopper. If you're not, that's fine. All right, that is it. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.